Okay, Mom. What's up?
What up, guys?
No singing today?
Oh, yeah. We're back.
Whoa, we're hitting some notes there.
The high ones. Guys, it was a little scary there for a second.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but heart. Is it heartache?
Tell me, yeah.
Oh.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Round of applause, guys.
Woo!
Give us the Grammy. Thank you.
I mean, you gotta say we're pretty good.
We were like melodious.
Okay, now we're gonna have our AirPods in and we're gonna be listening to this episode and we're gonna be like, oh.
I told you. It sounds great when you're doing it and then you rehear and then you're like, oh, good
Guys,
Lord.
we're humbling ourselves, okay?
Yeah, so don't give us your hate. We already know we don't sound that great.
You know what you could give us though? 5 stars on Spotify.
Ooh, well, I love how you throw those in.
You gotta get in
Like,
there.
you just have the best way. That's why I leave the intros to you. I'm just like, she's gonna find a way to just throw things in there.
You could also
I like
subscribe
it.
to the channel.
You could subscribe right here, please.
You could
guys.
follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
You could definitely do that.
And
That
just
would be
continue to
wonderful.
engage with us. Also, y'all
Absolutely.
could buy some merch.
Buy the merch. You guys, honestly, we've had such a great turnout for the merch.
Guys, it's flying off the shelves.
I am not joking when I say I am so excited for people to share pics.
Yeah.
So excited.
Tag us, share
Yeah.
pictures, buy them for your moms. Buy those mugs for your moms. Guys, she's gonna be like, yes.
Buy the muggy.
Buy the muggy.
Buy the muggy. And honestly speaking, I'm excited for our second drop because I
Me?
think it's going to be really good.
Too.
It's going to be really good, guys. But this one is amazing. This one is amazing.
And thank you so much for those of you who have gotten
Truly.
stuff. We hope you like it. We hope you're wearing it. We hope people are asking you what it's all about, and then you just point to the podcast.
Absolutely. Honestly, it means the world.
It does.
No lies. It means the world that you guys are supporting and liking and all that stuff. So thank you so much.
Also, it's flying off the shelves, so y'all get your piece, okay?
Did you hear what she said? She said that twice. She said that twice now. My goodness.
All right, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. So obviously, as you guys know, if you watched the last episode, we are doing a continuation. It is a part 2er. It's a 2-parter.
हम कहीं पे भी नहीं, हम यहाँ पे ही बैठे हुए हैं, okay?
Absolutely. We didn't move a muscle. Actually, she did because she had to chug this entire 2-liter bottle of water. If you have to get up to pee, I'm going to be so mad.
Listen to me, guys. This is my water bottle, okay? I'm trying to drink some pani in peace. This girl's hella judgy behind the camera, being like, "Pilo or pilo." I'm about to choke.
I'm like, girl, we're recording, okay? And she's taking her sweet time. How much are you gonna drink? For the love of God,
I gotta drink the whole thing. You gotta meet that quota.
you could have done this before, okay?
I was gonna choke, y'all. It was gonna be okay, Mom
was.
podcast. Aruj is out,
I would be doing the Heimlich on her, and it would be a great video.
and then she'd panic and be like, "I don't know what I'm doing, Farhan."
I probably would. Okay, we get distracted so much. Let's
Yo.
freaking get started.
The ADHD is real in this room.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. Where do we start with one topic and we're flying to how did the world come to exist?
Who knows?
It's the
Bill
random-
Nye the Science Guy.
I love that guy so much. He's
Bill
amazing.
Nye.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
Listen, if we're not making you laugh, come on, just laugh with us.
Honestly,
it's so fun.
okay? Just lie and say that we make you laugh. Come
Just
on.
say it. Lie to us.
Yeah, come on.
On that note,
lie to
Speaking
me,
of-
baby.
yo, Jay Sean is where it's at.
Oh, not gonna lie.
And Juggy D, you guys were the original
Girl, get
jam sessions. Listen to me, they were where it's at.
They were. Not gonna lie, they had some good tunes. Okay.
Okay.
Finally. Reel it in again. Jesus. Okay, next. Let's get to it. Okay.
So
you wanna go, or are we going?
Yeah, we are gonna go back into our girl chat part
Girl
2.
Chat. Girl chat part 2.
What was the question, Hannah, that we asked?
I don't know.
Pull it up on the phone.
Oh yeah. Oh. I was like, did we continue? Okay. The question that we asked you guys, for anyone that's new that hasn't watched the previous one, first of all, if you haven't watched it, but if you are watching and you're new, the question we asked in our previous first part was share your toxic friend scenarios. So we've talked a lot about toxic in-laws, toxic, there's another one, toxic aunties. But today we're going to talk about toxic friends because I'm telling you, every single person has gone through this at some point in their life.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Male or female, doesn't matter.
Male or female, yeah. And we had a really deep discussion, but obviously it went on. So today we're going to continue it on. And let me pull up a juicy Lucy.
All right. I got one too, but mine is a DM.
Oh, okay. What about... I had an ex-friend who wanted all the attention on her triplets, toddlers, and herself. She wanted her 2 girls to be flower girls, her 1 boy to be the ring bearer. I had not planned for any of this at the wedding. So post-wedding, she threw a fit and deleted me from her life. She even threw me a bridal shower prior to that forcefully, even though I did not care for one. This being my 2nd wedding, but she pressured and did it, forced others to do the work while she took all the credit. Y'all.
Whoa.
I actually, okay, first of all, toxic friend 1.0. Good
2.0.
She left you and good riddance. Honestly.
Good riddance.
But you know what I wanted to talk about? This is a juicy topic. Y'all. The bride's freaking maids.
Yo, I was waiting.
I
was waiting to get to this topic.
I want to pull my mic out and be like, how many of y'all have noticed that if you are a bridesmaid, how quickly do you notice the toxicity in that friend group?
Yo, okay. I think it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you are a bridesmaid, you can see that either the bride is being really toxic or other bridesmaids are being toxic.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And when you are the bride, sometimes you're like, damn, I picked the wrong bridesmaids.
I picked the wrong group, girl.
Yeah. And then you're kind of like, we're in too deep now. What do I do?
We're in too damn deep.
Yo, bridesmaids, and when a girl is getting married, period, I feel like that could make or break a friendship.
Girl, absolutely.
Right? And my biggest thing is like, especially when you're a bridesmaids, like I've had personal experiences being bridesmaids a lot.
Yeah.
And I just feel like a side of the bride comes out that isn't always the prettiest.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And this is not all brides.
No.
But this does happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I understand that it's the bride's day and we want to make it all about the bride. But when sometimes maybe, for example, let's say the bride isn't being understanding of like a bridesmaid's schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. They're 9 to 5. It maybe doesn't work. Maybe the bridesmaid is married and has kids.
Yeah.
But the bride is not even close to understanding that world of being a parent.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe the bridesmaid like doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any money. How are they going to pay for that dress? Right? But when the bride puts so much pressure on the bridesmaid to, well, no, but this is my day and everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
You don't know how much of a toll it takes on your bridesmaids.
Absolutely. And I feel like don't set that damn expectation. Listen, my thinking is always like this. If you want a bridesmaid, truly, if that is your choice and you want a bridesmaid, you better be paying for that dress. I'm going to throw it out there. Because why does she have to be obligated to not only buy the dress straight out, okay? Then obviously there's so many events. You're obviously going to get your BFF bestie bride something, right? Then there's a bridal shower. Then there's like, if they do like a bachelor or whatever it is, there's like a million freaking pre-events before the damn wedding, okay? All of these events, guys, let's be mindful, okay? Like I say this all the time, be mindful, but like really be mindful, honestly. Like there are people that don't have jobs. There are people that have families. There are people living paycheck to paycheck.
Facts.
Let's be mindful. It's great that you are getting married and you have accumulated this like savings for your wedding. Your bridesmaids have probably not done the same. Let's be real. It's not their damn wedding. They're not going to be so into it as you are. Yes, they're excited for you. They're going to be involved. But like, give them some grace. Like, allow them to like want to do something for you, like genuinely.
Yeah.
Don't pressure people or make them feel like crap if they're not able to meet your idea of what it is to be a bridesmaid. That's not even the concept of it, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you know what it is? I also feel like this can also trickle down into like baby shower events.
Oh, truly. Yeah.
You know, like I had a baby shower for my first and then I didn't have it for the other two.
Yeah.
And I just, I look back and I understand why you have baby showers too, because obviously it's nice to like have a gift registry, for example, or a baby registry. And like, you know, people can, if you are especially not a parent, then you look at the gift registry and you kind of know what to get a new mom or what she's looking to get or whatever. And it is a great way to get people together.
Yeah.
But sometimes even baby showers can hold the same amount of stress.
They can.
On
they
people
really
who are supposed to be helping you plan.
They really
it.
can. And it's also like when someone sets an expectation that like, I need you to do this for me.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world? In my mind, I'm like, why are you forcing me to do something for you when maybe I didn't even want to, honestly. Or like, how is that genuine? And like, you're going to act fake surprised. You're going to act fake surprised that I threw you this like event or something. I just think like, stop being a damn bridezilla. It's your wedding. Focus on your wedding. It's really not about like, oh my God, my bridesmaid, she did this. I've heard this from so many people. And like, honestly, it's really sad. I think it like destroys friendships.
Yeah, it really does.
Sometimes I'm just like, what's the point of even having the bridesmaids? Like,
and I just, you know, sometimes I just look at these like extravagant bridal showers.
Yeah.
It's getting out of hand.
Yo, this is a topic we I don't know if we really delved deep into it, but it's like the whole concept of like even desi weddings being like 3,000 people. Like I'm saying that exaggerating, but like 600 to like 1,000 people weddings. Don't sit here and tell me you know 1,000 people personally. Don't. And I know some of it is like parents wanting to like invite people that they know, but like at what cost? Let's be real. Like look at the economy we're living in right now. And if you have it, go all out. Some people love it and I'm like, do what you want. But then, you know, I also think it sets the expectation that like if others don't do something similar, then they're less than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes like when I think about it, I'm just like, this is why like I love small, tiny freaking events. Like honestly speaking, you know, if I consider doing like my child's wedding in the future, it's like 20 people.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's like an ideal world. Like let's see what happens, guys.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm talking the big talk right now. But like, you know, I think it's like, for me, it's like fazul kharchi. Like for me, that's how I feel.
You know what else I know I've witnessed and felt with toxic friends is like the minute their day is over, that's it. They don't remember.
They don't remember
the kind of stress you put on your bridesmaids. They don't remember that like your bridesmaids went all out and like did dance practices and like organized all these events. And they were literally on their feet from morning until night. You were sitting on the stage for 5 hours.
Yeah.
It was your bridesmaids that were running around doing
stress.
everything.
The stress.
And they also probably got all the backlash from all the uncles and aunties who are pissed off that there's like a weird table setting or like whatever. They took it for you.
Yeah. And
And now that your event is over, you're going to forget all of that. Or your bridesmaid is going to get married and you're not going to reciprocate.
Yo, she's just spitting them truth bombs today. No, that is very valid. I think like if you have a friend and you have this expectation of them to be this like insane A+++ bridesmaid, y'all use the same energy back because we don't do that. This is not a one-sided relationship. And I also think, first of all, don't set expectations.
Yeah.
Don't freaking do it. Like be mindful of people's lives. It's not, yes, it's your day. Good for you. Okay. But like really moving forward, like you still have a relationship with this person. Don't be like this nasty person to them just because it's your special day for one day.
Yeah.
And ruin your relationship for the rest of your life. It's not even worth it. If it's a good friend, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's really not worth it.
Okay. So let's say you're a bride, right?
Yeah. I feel like I would be the chillest freaking bride. Truly.
And so you have a bridesmaid.
Okay.
Good friend of yours. You guys have been friends for a number of years,
Done.
et cetera, et cetera. Okay. And you show her your wedding shoes.
Okay.
And let's say, Hina, you went all out. You like picked your special shoes. You saved up for it. You know it was going to be the best pair of shoes that you ever own in your entire life.
And I would do that. Okay.
And you show your bridesmaid.
Okay.
And then a week later, she kind of like talks to you like, hey, I was kind of thinking of like buying a pair like that, but in a different color.
Girl.
And like wear it on your shadi day.
No. Okay. No. Don't do that.
Toxic bridesmaids.
That to me is like, you can't let your bride have a moment. And so you need to like overshadow it to make yourself feel better.
Facts.
You can wait a few months, sister. You can wait a few months. Let her be in her happiness. Okay.
And like, especially when it comes to things like the bride's shoe or like, you know, when people talk about they end up wearing the same color as the bride.
Girl, I'm not going to lie. I've done that. I wore the same color as my sister. I wore red, but it wasn't because it was intentional. Like,
Also, you're the sister. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a bridesmaid.
yeah.
That's different.
Okay.
Sisters are different.
I was like, oh my God. But I didn't want to overshadow her at all, I swear. No, but I get that.
Yeah.
I do get that. I also think that it's like this stuff happens a lot where like people like to copy other people. And sometimes you're just like, why? I know it's a form of flattery. That's what people say. It's a form of flattery. But like sometimes it's just like, no, like how do you know how much research I did into, like you're talking about the shoe incident.
Yes.
How do you know how much research I did into it? And I know in the grand scheme of things, it's a shoe, but it's really not just a shoe. Okay. I think sometimes people have a very hard time seeing that someone has something nice and not genuinely being happy for them, but wanting that thing because it will make them feel like they are also at like a certain level.
Right.
It's also the same thing as like someone that has to like copy everything that you wear, you know what I mean? Or everything you buy, they have to buy. Like they just have to do it, you know, like, oh, I really like this, so I'm gonna get the same thing. And by all means, go do it. But like if it's your wedding and you've showed them something like that, like that to me is like, that's not nice.
Yeah.
That's not nice. Let them have their moment. It's not your wedding. You will have your moment.
Yeah.
Or you already had your moment. Like, let them have their moment. Be a damn genuine friend, people. You think it's not going to come back to you? Like, your time will come. Like, stop being that way. Actually, like, I remember one of my friends showed me a pair of her wedding shoes, and I was like, oh my God, these are damn gorgeous. They were beautiful and she looked beautiful in them. And I was genuinely so damn happy she got them, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, good for her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or it's like sometimes I feel like when you know you have a toxic friend in your life, you don't even want to show them your clothes.
You don't want to show them anything.
You don't want to show them anything.
Or like,
and they'll constantly pry. Oh, so what are you looking to get? Oh, did you order anything yet? What do you mean? Your wedding is a few weeks away. What do you mean your outfit is not here? But you're just like, I don't really want to show you right now.
Do you know what really triggers me? It's when people buy their bridal outfit, right? And obviously that outfit is special, okay? Like your events for your bridal outfits are so special. Nosy people that ask you to show them your damn bridal outfit or your wedding outfits. That to me is like, you need to stop. Like, obviously I want it to be a surprise for everyone. I want to have a moment. You know what I mean? Let me have my damn moment. Okay, why are you even asking me? Like, don't ask me these questions. I think it's such an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
And like, if I wanted to show you, because there's a lot of people that are like, no, I want to show my friends. If I wanted to show you, I would have showed you.
Facts.
It's honestly that easy. You know, and like, I'm thinking like, you know, your fake scenario that you're telling me about these shoes. I'm like, you know, kudos to that fake person who's like, your friend, let me show you my shoes, okay? Kudos to that fake
You're the fake friend. Kudos to you.
I'm the fake friend that's like, let me show you my shoes, okay? Because like that to me is like, I want to show my friend because I know my friend is going to love it and be happy for me.
Yeah.
But like bringing it back to this whole wedding thing, like the bridesmaids, all this stuff, I feel like it is a lot. And like the more bridesmaids you have, the more like
the stickier it is.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my goodness, everyone needs to wear this. And then it's like all their outfits need to get adjusted. And like someone is complaining that their outfit ripped, their zipper broke. Oh, she wasn't here for the photo shoot. Oh, she had to leave early. Like it's always constant.
Facts. Or there's like little drama like, oh, when during the entrance, I wasn't near the front of the line. Right. I was near the back of the line.
Yeah, like I wanted you to come here, but like you didn't come here. And it's just like,
you gave her a fresh gajra and I don't have the gajra that I want to wear.
Yo, sometimes people that nitpick on the tiniest things, I'm just like, yo, in the grand scheme of things, honestly, like, let's be real. Are you really going to look back and be like, 12 years ago, like I told her to do this and she said no, she couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be kidding me. You got problems if you're like that. You're holding on to things like that. You got major problems. Fix yourself.
Fix yourself.
It's too much.
All right,
let's move on.
I love this one. That was a great one.
Good one. Yeah.
Let me show you guys. So I have another scenario that somebody DM'd us.
Okay.
This is a huge one.
Okay.
That's how she starts off. Okay.
Oh.
My ex-best friend, who was financially well off, would sometimes just make me feel so bad about the kind of clothes that I was wearing and lend me her clothes every time we went out because she didn't want to show up with someone who was dressed like that. And she would have so much control over my life. I got in a healthy relationship after 1 year of meeting her. When I moved in with him, she felt attacked and used and constantly fought with me just to meet her regularly, even though we were in 2 different cities. She had a problem if I spent time with family or my boyfriend or even work. She left that friendship because I failed to please her by doing as she said, and she, quote unquote, took a stand for herself.
In what world? In what Delulu world?
In Delulu.
Okay, but I have to say, you know what? There's always 2 sides to the story, okay? Not taking away from this person's feelings. I think that's really toxic. Really, there's no other way to say it. Like, it's a very toxic situation. Like, your friend should not be telling you, you don't look good. Let me help you look stylish. Like, how the hell do you know what style is? Style is like personal to everyone, honestly. Like, everyone has different style and everyone rocks it in their own way. So, like, leave people alone and don't be that person.
But also, like, imagine having a friend that's like well off. Okay, you know she's well off.
Yeah.
And you go into her house and like you guys are gonna go to a party after school. Let's say you're in high school, whatever, okay? And you're gonna go to a party after school, and she's like, no, but I don't want you to. I can't be seen with you wearing that. Something
Why is she
like
your
that.
friend then?
Exactly.
Like, why don't you go find better friends that suit your little delusional mind?
Yeah.
I think that's like horrible.
But let's say you are like a passive person,
And
okay?
you're just like, I'm gonna be.
And
friends.
you're like, yeah, and then you're kind of like, you look up to her because you're like, well, she does have money.
Yeah.
And like, she is kind of like popular than I am.
And maybe she is very trendy.
Yeah. And like, you know, oh, no, but like she wants to be friends with me. So, you know, I want to be friends with her too. We're friends, right? You know how you get into a world where you think.
It's kind of like in high school where you're like, I want to be friends with a popular girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's changing your outfits, okay? And you're going to this party and you attend or whatever, and you're getting compliments now.
Yeah.
So how do you break that toxic cycle when you still felt good at the party getting compliments?
Well, I think like from my lens now, if I was in high school, Hina would say, just keep being friends with that person.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. From my lens now, it has a lot more to do with how you view yourself. Because I'm sure that like you also have the capacity to dress well, right? And dress well is like personal to everyone, right? To dress in a way that you feel beautiful and you feel comfortable. There's like a difference, all right? Sometimes people will tell you something to wear and you're like, I know this is nice, but I don't feel comfortable in it. And honestly, your confidence will not be there, even if it's like a $700 dress. That's the truth.
Facts.
So I think it has a lot to do with how you view yourself, that maybe you need validation from like all of these people to feel like, okay, they like me and that means I am like popular or cool or I look beautiful. But I think if you have that validation in yourself, you won't need that.
Yeah.
You know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
Kind of goes back to the whole like have confidence in who you are.
Yeah. And I think both of us can say that we've been through things like that.
Yeah,
right?
for real.
And so I think that's something you work on, and it's like a lifelong journey to work on that. But that, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I think people that make someone feel that way, like, you know, there's always going to be people that have more than you in your life. Right. And like, I think everyone loves the nice things. Really, we all do, especially women. Like, we're like, oh, like, you know, I would love to have this, or like, I would like to have a nice car. I'd love to have a beautiful house, and I'd love to have it decorated, all this stuff. Okay. Especially with Instagram now. Right. But I think that like, if you are that friend that is like blessed enough to have all these amazing things, and then in your friend circle, you have friends that are maybe like not in that place as you, the same place as you, then like just be more humble about it and never make them feel like they are not enough, you know, because like always think of it in the way of like, you know, yes, you have something amazing, but it can always get taken away. Let's be real. And also like, that's like another human being who also has a heart just like you, who also has desires and needs and things that they would love to have too. So like always treat them with like love and kindness, and like never make them feel inferior to you, because really we're all human beings. Okay. Like I'm just being real, because I think
that melts my heart. That's so true.
Come into situations like this, right? And I'm sure everyone has been through it in a situation where like you feel less than, right?
Yeah.
So I think always like remind yourself that like, there's going to be people that have more than you and less than you. And it's really hard sometimes when like your core circle maybe is like full of super successful people, and maybe you're not a successful person at that point in your life. But for those people to like be mindful of how they talk to you, what they say, and how they lift you up, you know, because that's what you should do with your friends.
Yeah.
You should have friends that lift you up and make you feel amazing.
Unfortunately, I feel like also something that comes with society and success is like once you've tapped into that, you feel better when you make other people feel less than.
I think so too.
Right? Yeah. And unfortunately, that is a vicious cycle that we've all experienced, like going into a room and having people judge you or make you feel poorly about like, oh, you're only a stay-at-home mom? Yeah. And you're like, but that's like 8 part-time, full-time jobs
and I don't
together.
get paid for that. Let me just throw that
exactly,
in there.
Right? So it's kind of like when you are in a room with people like that, it's hard for... They need to tap into making you feel less than so they can just feel greater.
Yeah.
Right? Unfortunately, that is the reality.
Yeah. And I also, like, to that point, I also think that there's a lot of people that they're so fake to your face. And like, I'm going to say this because I've been around people in my life where I have actually seen, and honestly, when I say it broke my heart, it broke my damn heart. I've seen them be so nice to someone, like, I'm right in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm being so nice to you and saying all these nice things. And you literally walk away and immediately it's like, oh my God, like, ugh, can you believe that like she's like this.
Stop.
And the way you're just like mind boggled that like this just happened. It is so traumatizing.
Yeah.
And sometimes, as horrible as it is to say, you're almost in a state of shock that like this just happened. So you don't even confront them.
Yeah.
Because you're also maybe like intimidated by them.
Yeah.
Right. And you just kind of stand there and you're just like, I wish I had the personality to be like, that was not cool. You know what I mean? And inside you're just like, oh my God, like, why would you why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know?
And sometimes I feel like it also just takes you so long to process what just happened.
Yeah. And it's hard because then you're like, sometimes you're also like, if I say this to this person, then like, what if their like hatred turns towards me? Which it probably is. Honestly, if they can be like that, they'll be like that in general with whoever. I think like you got to really distance yourself from people like that.
Yeah.
Because like when you see that, either you will be close with that person and you will become that person, or you will realize that like what they're doing is wrong and you need to like distance yourself like immediately. You do not want to be that person. I hope I'm never that person. Like I'm saying all these things, but inside I'm like, I really hope I'm never this person. I really hope like someone always checks me. You know what I mean? Like, cause sometimes like in a moment you might like agree with something and you shouldn't agree. Like you should just keep it neutral and like either like reprimand them in like a nice way or like figure it out or walk away. But it's sad. It makes me sad that there's a lot of people that do these things.
So I want to touch on another, I feel like a collective experience. I feel like I always talk about collective experiences.
Cause there's so damn many.
I know. Do you have an experience in your life where you had a certain group of friends or a friend?
Yeah.
And your mom called that shit out right away.
Oh my God.
And your mom said, listen to me. Let me tell you right now, she ain't your friend.
My mom, the way she reads people.
It's a sixth sense.
Let me tell you something honestly. For anyone that knows my mom, you guys know she is literally the sweetest person in the world. Truly. Okay. She like, my mom is like very like, she does not like, she does not say anything mean about anyone. Yeah. Truly. Okay. But there was a time in my life where I was friends with someone and my mom would always say to me, like, be very careful with what you tell this person, because right now this person is your friend and she will act like, you know, like this is the type of friend that they will act like they're your friend. But if anything ever changes, if you ever get into an argument, this person will turn on you like this.
Wow.
Okay. That's what she said to me. And like, this is someone in my life, honestly, like that I have like vouched for, I have rooted for. I have always been like, no, like, you know, like people go through a lot of struggles. And when you know someone's struggles, I think you sympathize with them a lot more because you're just like, I only want good things for you. Yeah. And like, I see how maybe like your childhood has impacted who you are now. Right. And so you try to like almost save them from themselves. Yeah. Really, it's really, that's what it is, where you're like, I can help you and I can save you and I can guide you. And like, you have so many great qualities and I'm going to be this person for you. Okay. Yeah. There were so many times where I would like save this person from themselves. They would be doing the most toxic things. And I would be like, okay, like I'm going to be there and I'm going to be a supportive friend and I'm going to like root for you. And like people would tell me like, honestly, like be very careful and blah, blah, blah. And I would be like, no, like this person is like this and this person like that. And I would root for this person. And then there was a point in my life where like the behavior was so excessively toxic, not towards me, but it was like they were being toxic to themselves.
Oh.
Where it was like self-sabotage and it was like self-destructing. And I feel like I tried my hardest to save them. But then at some point you realize that like this energy is bringing me down. And it sucks because you are like, what if they have no one and I am the only person they have?
You take that responsibility on yourself.
Take the responsibility. And then you also feel like, what if like something goes wrong?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the guilt that you would feel as a friend, maybe not being there or whatever it may be. But I think in those moments, you really have to analyze and say, I have tried my hardest.
Yes.
At this point, I cannot allow this because this is going to make my life toxic.
Right.
I can't have this excess baggage in my life right now. This is not my bag to hold. They need to figure it out. And if it does get sorted out, like if you need to talk, I'm here, but I cannot let this poison my life anymore. And then I just took a step back.
Yeah.
And it was a hard decision that I made like back in the day. But honestly speaking, my mom warned me about this.
The mom warnings?
The damn mom warning.
They know everything.
The way they know.
The way they know.
And the way they catch you sometimes.
Honestly.
Like it's like, so what were you doing today? And I'm like, just at school. Just, really? You sure about that? This is your moment to tell me the truth. And it's like, I was at school. I swear. And inside you're like, I was at the freaking mall eating pizza with my friends.
And then she's going to look at you and be like, that friend?
Oh, and like the way they like slip, slap, patty whack you up. It's just like, I didn't need this.
Sometimes I'm just like, all Desi moms should be FBI investigators.
Yo.
Because the way they find dirt.
They're like lions, yo.
How do they know?
They know everything. But honestly, I hope I get that skill.
Yo, especially with the friends thing. Like, I don't know what it is. I know growing up, it used to irk me.
Yeah.
Like whenever my mom would look at me and be like, listen, I'm just letting you know, I understand that you're going to get all whatever and upset with me, but you may be friends with this person now, but I'm letting you know that this is not going to be she would literally tell me that this is not going to be a long lasting friendship.
Yeah.
And here I'd be like fighting and arguing with her and I'd be defending this person for absolutely no reason, as if this person was like my real ride or die.
Yeah.
And then eventually like I would see that, wow, she was right. But I remember I would be so upset when she'd say it.
Yeah.
And then
me too.
when I'm not friends with that person anymore, I'd look at her and be like,
you're right.
and she'd be like,
I told you so. I told you so. But you know what? Honestly, that it's like the same thing with anything in your life, right? Where you're doing something and like you're not going to change unless you go through that life experience, right? You have to see things for yourself.
True.
So you have to come to the realization that, okay, this friend of mine is not like a good friend. And then when you come to that realization, it's a decision that you've made on your own judgment. I think when we make decisions based on like the judgment of a parent, like, yeah, I'm sure the decision is probably a good one, but you also have to trust yourself.
Yeah.
You have to trust your gut instincts. You have to go through that life. So I think when it comes to like us making those same decisions when our friends have kids, I think we will be able to say the same thing because we have also seen things in our life.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you have life under your belt and you're able to, and you've seen things with your own life choices and with your own friend circle, so that when your kids come home with these like ul jalul friends,
Fazul or fire friends.
Then you know, like, is this
Ghatiya bakwas Fazul?
Is this a real one or is this a fake fraudy? Like,
it's a fake Fazul.
Who's this? Yeah, absolutely. They know.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into one more. That was a great deep dive, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, guys, this is a good one. Found her celebrating her birthday through Snap location when she told me she didn't have plans. So she said, I don't have any plans tonight. And then she was out celebrating her birthday with her other friends.
Yo, the way I get so salty.
I think I'd start crying.
I think I would start crying, but I think I'd also just be so angry.
I would be so angry too. Like, why are you being like
Yo,
this?
would you show up?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. I am not the type. You know, there's people, this is kind of going off topic here. This is like the people that get so offended that like, I didn't get invited to this event. Why didn't you invite me to this event? And I'm just like a wedding or something. And I'm like, I think if it was a close friend of mine, and she had like a party and invited all the friends and didn't invite me, of course I'd be butthurt.
Yeah.
Of course I'd be butthurt. However, I would never show up. Never. I think I would just go quiet.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd have a bit of an ego and I'd be like, hell no, I ain't showing up.
Damn.
I'm gonna sit at home.
Yeah.
Because you didn't invite me.
Yeah, I would never.
But honestly, I'd be dying on the inside. I'd be like, why didn't she invite me?
Yeah, I think I would be like, did something happen? Did I do something? And then I think I would maybe ask her.
Yeah.
But then I also think that if I was made to feel like really shitty, I think I would just say, this is like just showing me that like this person doesn't value or respect me. And so I don't need this person in my life.
Yo, and I need to know, like, what would the other person say? Okay, let's say you had your birthday party.
Yeah.
And you didn't invite me. You invited all of our friends.
Yeah.
I found the location.
Yeah.
Okay. I sat at home. I decided, I was like, okay, I'm not going to go. My ego's kind of like in the way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show up, whatever. But then like a week goes by.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're like, hey, what's up, Arouge? Like, let's get together for like a brainstorming session.
Yeah.
All right. So we get together. And then I'm just kind of like, oh, so like, how was your birthday? Right?
I think I would just lie and say like, what birthday?
Okay, so then what if I say like,
No,
like
I
okay, let's say that's what happened, right?
Okay, so you're saying that like we're close friends.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have a birthday party and I don't invite you. You find out, but I don't know that you know.
Yeah.
I don't know that you know that I know that. Yeah. I don't know that you know that I had a birthday party.
Yes.
Hang out with you and you're like, how was your birthday?
Yeah.
What do I say? I would say, it was good. I had a great time.
And then I'll ask you like, oh, did you end up going out anywhere?
Why do you ask?
Yo, questions with the question piss me off.
Questions with the damn question. Why do you think I went out? Why do you think
I saw your damn snap.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Actually, it was a last minute plan. I'm so sorry. What would you say to that? What would you say to that? Tell them the truth now. I say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, actually, it was like a last minute plan. Like, I'm so sorry. Like,
right. But if it was last minute, all of our friends were there. So how did everybody show up?
You know what? Honestly, like, I just felt like you had a lot going on. And so, like, I didn't message.
Fight talk.
Honestly, you're asking for a chipate at that time.
Yo.
As a friend, you deserve a slap. I would deserve it because that is so mean.
Honestly.
It's mean.
Or unless, like, maybe that is a moment for a conversation where, let's say I actually did do something to hurt your feelings. I think that would be an opportunity for you to be like, listen, whatever, X, Y, and Z happened and I've been upset with you since then. So then I decided not to invite you.
See, that's different because I think that there have even been times in my life where I am like, no, like I don't want to hang out with you because of such and such thing that you did. Right. And you're right. Like I won't invite them, but I don't know if they would have the expectation that I would invite them.
Right.
Maybe my friend would have the expectation and say, oh, I thought you would invite me. Maybe she would.
Yeah.
But I think I can honestly say like, listen, this is a situation.
Right.
You know what you did. And if you don't, I can tell you. You know what I mean? So I would understand why.
Yeah.
But like, I also like, to that point, I also say like, there's so many things that like happen in like my friends' lives. Like no offense or anything. It doesn't faze me if I don't get invited. And if it was something like this though, where it's like everyone gets invited and I'm really close to you.
Yeah.
That would hurt me.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think like.
So that's the hina now.
Yeah.
What about the hina when you were in high school?
The hina when I was in high school, yeah, I would be freaking hurt.
Yo, I would be so
and
hurt.
I would probably cry. Like 100% I would cry about it and I would be really sad.
Yeah.
And I would be like, well, what did I do wrong? And like, why did, and I think I would be angry too.
Yeah.
I was definitely more angry then.
Yeah. We know, yo, the Malton comes out.
Yeah. Now I'm like, I don't know why it doesn't faze me because I'm just like, yeah, I don't really care.
I feel like it's so different now. Like a lot of things don't faze us, but I feel like if we were really to tap into like who we were in high school,
it's different.
It's so different.
Also because like, you know, now we're busy with kids,
yeah,
all this other stuff, right? Back then, you're very like, you got nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like your life is high school and
you're friends. Looking to go out. So you can get out of your home.
If your parents even let you.
Yo, facts. Honestly, now somebody invites me to a birthday party and I was like, damn it.
Like, do I have to go?
Carve out like time in my schedule for this?
Oh my gosh, honestly speaking. That's very true. It's very, very true.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
This is not from our audience. This is just like a general question that I'm bringing up.
Okay.
And it's not really like toxic friends, but it's a general question that I feel like a lot of people ask.
Okay.
Can a guy and a girl be friends?
I think it depends.
Okay, in what circumstances?
I think it depends. I don't really know how like guys work. Honestly, I don't.
Okay.
I know how girls work, and I think girls, like, you can have friends that are guys and it is honestly a platonic relationship, but there's always a chance that it could be more.
Yeah.
Or maybe you see it as platonic and like he doesn't, and he doesn't share it with you because maybe he just wants to have you in his life, I guess. But I think from the girl's side, like, we, as a girl, I think we can have those relationships without it getting more than that. That's what I think. Because there are people that I know in my life that it was actually just really like, you work together in school and you're just friends for the sake of it being a friendship.
Yeah.
But I can see how the line can get blurry.
Yeah.
100%. And I think you have to be careful.
Yeah. So
Because, yeah.
what do you do, like, if you have a friend who is of the other gender?
Yeah.
Okay. And that friend is toxic. Okay. So let's say that there's a guy friend.
Yeah.
Okay. And that guy friend is toxic. Okay. And your girlfriends have all been telling you, like, he's using you for stuff, or like, you know, guys and girls can't really be friends. And you're like in a sticky situation. And he's kind of like not treating you like a girlfriend.
Okay.
But sometimes you guys go out and he might be like, oh, like pampering you here and there. Okay. But then when his boys are around, it's like you don't exist.
Yeah, I could see that. But I feel like guys might do that in general because they don't want to look like, you know, like a girl affects them.
Yeah,
do you know
that's
what
true.
I mean? Like,
Yes,
they have
yes,
that
yes.
thing where it's like, even if it's like a platonic relationship, like they'll treat you like one of the boys. Not, and like if it's more than that, like even if it's like you're like with someone, then they are very different when they're around you. Like even in like marriage, sometimes if you like go out and there's other guys, like you'll probably notice that it's not like you're like all like cuddly wuddly. Like it's not like that, because like it's different, right?
Yo, how awkward is it when like another man comes and you're like trying to say hey, and you're like, I'm not gonna give you a hug, but do I
shake your hand? Or do I get one of these? Hey,
what's up?
how are you doing?
Would you do one of those?
Good day. Yeah, and then you're like, what do y'all want?
What's the protocol?
What is the protocol?
What do we
You
do?
know what I mean?
Ladies,
what do we do?
what do we do?
What do we do?
Because when it's uncles, you reach in for the piara on your head, right?
I don't even reach in. I'm
Yo.
just like, hello. No,
if it's a close one.
If it's a close one, it's different. Like if it's my uncles, 100% love them. But like if it's a rando, hell no.
But like now what do you do if like you have like adult like guy friends in a setting? How do you say what's up?
I think honestly speaking, like for me, it's just like keep the boundary. Like for me, it's like that. But like if I'm very close to you, like family wise, in the sense that like, you know, like sometimes you're just like family friends with someone. Yeah. Then I'm like, yeah, hey, what's up? Like I'll be like, hey.
The little side hug.
The side hug. It's never a front hug. Yeah. It's freaking weird.
It's awkward.
Hell no. I don't even front hug my sisters. Okay. Like, I'm actually maybe a couple times when we're in like one of those really scenty, like emotional moments. But like, no. I think I would have to keep the boundary. If it was toxic relationship with a guy, like I feel like, I don't know, like why are you friends with this person? That's what I would want to know. Like what is the attraction in the sense of like, oh, are they like a family friend? Does this person just need you for like emotional support so they can like tell you about their like dukhi dastan in their life? Do you need them for emotional support? Like, you know what it is? Because sometimes it's like maybe you're dealing with something and you really need like a guy's perspective and they've helped you in the past. What type of friendship is this? There's so many like variables, you know? So I think at this point, I would probably be like, if you're being toxic, then I would have a conversation with you. Like if we're friends, we should be able to have a conversation.
Okay. Let me give you another scenario.
Yeah, give me one.
Okay. Let's say there's one of your friends who just got married. Okay. Freshly married. But so you're a group of 5.
Okay.
The first one gets married and now there are 4 of you single ladies left.
Yep.
Okay. And now you're getting upset because she's choosing her husband over the group.
Honestly, like it's really hard because you know what, like people also have to understand that, like, I know we talked about this as well, where we were saying like you have to have friends and you also have to give your friends time, and you don't give up on your friends just because you have a man in your life, right? But I do think that like a relationship takes time. Like, you really have to like build on the relationship. And like when you're newly married, like you should spend time together.
Yes.
You really should. Like, and like it's new, it's fresh. There's also other responsibilities that come with marriage.
Honestly.
It's not the same as like if somebody was dating someone.
100%. You nailed it, Hina.
Yeah. Like it's completely different. Like now it's like, first of all, it's a freaking total shift for the girl. Not only is she physically shifting and going into like someone else's house, you're dealing with a man who is probably like not used to like living with a girl. Okay. If we're talking about this man. Okay. And maybe I don't know. Okay. But like, then you're dealing with his parents. Okay. Oh. Then you're dealing with all the other stuff, families, davats, this, that. You're taking care of a house now. You have work. You have so many things happening. You're trying to make time for each other. It's like unfair for the friends to have that expectation. You should make time for your friends for sure. But like to be like, oh my God, spend time with me all the time. Like that's a bit much for me.
I just feel like, unfortunately, in that scenario, it's kind of like when you have somebody in your friend circle who is the first to do something. Yeah. It's very hard for the rest of the friends to understand.
I think it is very hard because they're used to a certain dynamic in the friend circle where everyone was always available.
And when you have a friend who gets married for the first time, she's the one who's going to experience all the little things.
Absolutely.
And the other friends are just not going to get it. They're going to be like, what do you mean though? You're married.
Yeah,
like
totally.
You have all the time in the world. You don't have anybody like hounding you. Like our moms are calling us all the time, telling us to come home. You don't have that anymore. But they also don't understand.
Like you have other responsibilities.
Yeah, now. Exactly. Right.
And it's
which even the bride probably didn't know she was taking on when she was getting married.
For sure. Like how do you know what your responsibilities are going to be?
Or it's kind of like when you have the first friend in your group to have a kid.
Oh,
and none of the other friends will ever get it.
That is a big one. I also think like sometimes like you'll hear this that like, well, what's your problem? Like your husband just takes care of you. Like why are you, what's the issue? Like why can't you hang out? Like you see your husband all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not about that though.
Exactly.
Right? Because like,
and seeing your husband and living with them all the time is different than actually spending time with your husband.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly speaking, like the importance of like building that relationship, it is very important. It's
and the first year of marriage is so hard.
It is a freaking roller coaster ride.
And like, you can't expect to like always be that same person you were before you got married.
Yeah.
Right? You can't always just have all this time on your hands where every Saturday night you're going to go out. What if every Saturday night you have to go meet your in-laws?
Yeah. And also, can we normalize that like there are seasons for everything?
True.
There are seasons where you have a group of friends and you see them all the time. Okay. Then when you move on to the next season of your life where it's like you're married and let's say you're the first friend, that's a different season. It's a different damn chapter. Sorry, friends. I'm not going to have every weekend like I used to have before. Don't make your friend feel like shit because now she has another responsibility on her plate. Like, just be there to like support her. And if she can see you, she can see you. And it's not that she doesn't want to see you. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm sure she does. Like, who doesn't want to see their girlfriends? I love seeing my girlfriends. But like, you have other responsibilities. Let's be mindful of that. You know, like, I feel like the word of the podcast is like mindfulness. Mindfulness.
Be mindful.
But I think it's also, it comes from a place where like some friends are like, oh my God, remember like that time? And like that time was nice. And it was nice.
It was.
But like, y'all, we moved past it now.
Is the word in that sentence that is underlined and bolded.
Exactly. It was a beautiful time. It was a wonderful moment. Hopefully we're going to have more of that. But how do you replicate something when you are not even the same person anymore?
Also, can't. Sometimes when you think about memories are so weird. I feel like in the moment, it may not have been a beautiful moment.
That's very true.
Right? But now that you're looking back and because you like, you know, so many times like we'll just like joke around and be like, oh my God, I can't believe when I was like younger, I used to talk about how I didn't have great hair. Yeah. And now we're looking back like, why did I even complain?
Absolutely.
I had gorgeous, luscious hair.
Even talking about like high school and being like, oh my God, you know, when you're in high school, you're like, that was the hardest time of my life. And now I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'll take those problems over the problems I got any day. Like today, any day, I'll take those problems. So it's like, yeah, it's all the way we look at things. You know? Like in the present moment, things are different, and your past moments, things are different. And yeah, you do sometimes remember things differently. But I just think like it's okay to like move on to a new chapter. And sometimes you have those friends, and if they're good friends, they'll stay with you and they'll root for you and they'll support you in this new change. And if they are not good friends and they just want to live in the past all the time, then live in the past. You're gonna be in my past too, honestly. Like, what else am I supposed to do?
It's the same like brides and bridesmaids situation. Like maybe the bride remembers the wedding as like this amazing event. Obviously it was her day. Everything was exactly how she wanted. Yeah. But the bridesmaids, their experience is tainted.
Yeah. Their experience is like, I never want to do this damn thing again.
Yeah. Okay. And they're like, I don't want to have friends like this anymore. It took too much out of me, this, that, affordability, whatever the case may be. Like it could be so much stuff. So I feel like again, even when it comes to memories, like some friends can make you feel so bad because they want to replicate a memory or they just want to bring up the past. And sometimes it's not always great to bring up the past because you don't know how the other person is receiving it.
And also just like, if it was a good memory, like enjoy that it was a good memory.
Yeah. But why don't we make the gathering that we are in right now a great memory?
Absolutely. Why do we have to try and replicate something? Like, I think that happens a lot where it's like you want to replicate a good moment, but a good moment just happens. It's like so authentic. Like you don't just, you like sometimes like you don't plan the good moments.
Yeah.
The good moments just happen.
Exactly.
Like the really sweet, amazing nights, you're just like, it just happened, you know, and those are the best ones. So like
our laugh attacks on the podcast.
I was literally at that night at Lilac when that was a good night.
Honestly, that was a good night.
It was a good night. And honestly, I don't feel like we need to replicate it. Like there's so many more amazing moments that are going to happen. Let's just live for the moment. Seriously.
I don't think we could ever replicate it anyways.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It was so funny. I also actually wanted to talk about like, I think that sometimes it's like you are surrounded also with people that have like major FOMO that are like,
oh my gosh, can we address this?
Oh my God, I have to be a part of every single thing. And if I'm not a part of it, then I am like upset and everyone needs to cater to me.
Yo, sit your ass back down.
Oh my God. Like sometimes I'm just like, this is a lot.
It's too much.
I definitely have FOMO. Everyone gets it.
Yo, me too. I'm guilty of it too.
It's like if my friends went on a trip and I didn't get a chance to go, 100% I would have FOMO, but genuinely I'd be so happy for them.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, I love that you guys are having a good time. I love it. I'm so excited for you guys. I wish I could be there, and I would have FOMO, but like it would not be in a spiteful way.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm putting myself out in the best positive light. But I actually do feel like I don't think I would be like, I hate you guys. Like, I can't believe you went without me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would do that.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like with me, because I have that whole like people pleasing complex.
Yeah.
When I would get FOMO, like I would make sure that I was there no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we were talking about the birthday snap location thing.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? Maybe my ego would move aside and I'd show up at that location. Like, I don't
Ooh.
know. You know what I mean?
As a friend, I'd be like, hi.
Yeah.
Didn't expect you here, but I'm so glad you came. Thanks.
I'd be like, that's right. I showed up. But that's the thing, like FOMO was a real thing, but now it's really nice that I have learned to like just say no. And if I can't make it, I can't make it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And like I actually, it's starting to just not faze me anymore.
You know what? I think once you start saying no, it gets easier.
It
saying
does.
no is so hard. But once you say it and you go through the motions of feeling uncomfortable, the next time you say it gets a little easier. The next time you say it gets a little easier. And it's intimidating to say it, but like it does work for you.
And like, I feel like if you have friends who do that, you should also feel lucky that you've created such a safe space for them to vocalize what they're actually feeling.
Yeah. I think that's a really big thing where like especially now in this point in my life, like I really want to be around people that are like very genuine and like they genuinely care about me enough to like have like meaningful conversations. And y'all, I don't mean meaningful as in like tell me all about like your cousin's cousin. Oh, I saw this person, they were doing this. Oh, I know this person. And like, did you hear about that's not meaningful to me. That brings, I don't care. Honestly, don't care. But like meaningful as in like, okay, like I love that you're doing this. And like, I love this idea of your, or what do you think about this idea? You guys should do this. Like, this is a cool idea. And like, to me, that's genuine.
Yeah. To show growth.
To show growth.
To show companionship in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In a friendship. To really just have the kind of friendship where you can laugh about things.
Oh my gosh.
Genuinely.
Yes.
And like, I love the friendships where you're not really talking about so-and-so or this, that, whatever. Where you're just genuinely talking about goals.
Goals. And also the friendships that are not judgmental.
Yeah.
Where I can say that like, you know, I am struggling so much with such and such thing. And my friend can be like, okay, I see that you're struggling with this and this sounds like a really hard thing. So like, what do you need from me? Like, do you want me to help you? Like, do you want to just vent? Do you want me to like think of a solution? Like, how can I be there for you as a friend? So I watched this video today where like this, I don't remember his name, but he was basically saying that like, sometimes all you need from a friend is 8 minutes. Okay.
Ooh.
8 minutes. 8 minutes so that you can just vent about a shitty day and you just need them to listen to you for 8 minutes. So he said that like, I have this code now with my friends that when I really need them, I'll just say, do you have 8 minutes?
Oh,
That's it. And I was like, I love that, because like, how many people do you really in this day and age with like, we text everybody, can you pick up the phone and say, can I just talk to you for 8 minutes? I'm having a hard time.
I
like,
absolutely
honestly,
love that.
I love that too.
I'm stealing that.
I am stealing that. Like, I feel like I do that with my sisters and they really are like a very safe space for me, where like sometimes a girl is losing it and I'm just like, I'm so sorry that I'm being this way. And they're like, no, like it's completely fine. You're allowed to feel these feelings. And they're very good with that. But like, I also want to have relationships with like friends where I can say that too and know that like their opinion and they are so genuine with their advice, and like they hold what I say so dear to their heart that for them it's like, no, like she has left something with me that is so personal to her and I am gonna hold that so close to my heart and never share that with anyone unless she feels comfortable. You know what I mean?
That.
Yeah. So
I just cherish that.
Absolutely. And I think all of us hopefully will have the opportunity. I hope to God, guys. There's a lot of toxicity out there, okay? To have good friends.
Yeah.
But you know, I know we talked about this. I do also want to add, everyone is going through hard times, okay? Sometimes our toxic friends per se are also going through really hard times.
That is true too.
And that is the reason why they are toxic.
Girl, I love your perspective.
But it's true. And I know that I'm sure there's been people in my life that are like, you are a toxic friend to me, right? My apologies, by the way.
Okay. We apologize to everybody watching right now.
Apologizing.
Who we have hurt.
Absolutely. Look, but when you think about it, right? You behave in certain ways because of things that are happening around you sometimes. Right. Things that you're going through that other people may not understand. So you react in certain ways. You behave in certain ways, whether it's like a jealousy thing, whether it's like, I'm just going to be mean because I'm having a shitty day and I'm going to vent to you because you're a safe person for me. So I'm just going to be shitty to you, which is horrible, but let's just say.
Or they just project it.
And I think as much as it's important to cut those people, it's also really important to still be kind and not be like a hateful beep. And just to always know that like everyone is going through their own human experiences and just allow them to have their space, and of course protect your peace, but don't make them out to be horrible people. Everyone internally is probably a good person. We just go through a lot of things in life and hardships and things that other people can't always understand. And sometimes the way we approach relationships are not the best.
Girl, that's beautiful.
So always, if you want people to give you grace, give others grace as well. That's my takeaway, guys.
Okay, that's a real TED Talk. Let's go, Hina. Let's go.
TED, hook it up, girl.
Oh my gosh. And on that note, guys,
on that note,
we are so appreciative of you all that are here. And thank you so much for listening in to Toxic Friends Part 2. Who knows? There's probably gonna be a part 3.
There always is.
We had so many responses in our DMs and in the little question box that we didn't even get to. We apologize. But you know what? I think we'll do a part 3.
We'll do a part 3. And guys, thank you so much for sharing. Truly.
Honestly, truly.
Because I know these are personal stories. Maybe you bringing them up is like hard to even think about. But thank you so much for sharing. For the love and support. I don't think we will ever be able to thank you guys enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Like all the nice comments we get.
Yeah. And like with every comment, we're like, we appreciate it so much. Like we're literally saying that to everyone.
Absolutely.
Because that's what we genuinely feel.
Yeah. Kudos to you guys for like supporting us. And like, we're so happy that you enjoy the content. So again, we are going to continue on with some more juicy episodes. If you guys have any great topic ideas, make sure to DM us.
Yes, please.
And obviously, like you give your input on some of the things that we talked about today. Make sure to follow us, like, subscribe, give us that 5-star on Spotify.
Yes.
And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.